Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And if you guys, this is another DC video. Today we're talking about Joker, the movie that came out, I believe, 2019. And man, it was a great, crazy movie. So I kind of want to talk about if Joker, in your opinion, and also you're going to hear my opinion, if this movie needs a sequel. Because we all know this movie, Joker right here. I have the steel book, so there's a picture of him there. There's a picture of him dancing, and then I got a picture of him in the very beginning doing the makeup scene in both discs. So I kind of wanted to touch on, because this movie is the number one, as far as I'm aware, it still is the number one highest grossing R-rated film of all time. It beat Deadpool, it beat Passion of the Christ, it beat all those. I do think Deadpool is a great movie. I didn't see Passion yet, but Joker is one of my top 10 favorite movies, and it's my number 2, my second favorite DC film, first being Lego Batman movie. But everything about Joker, I mean, I really do consider this movie to be practically flawless in almost every way. I mean, it's not quite The Last Jedi, but it's freaking really close. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix does a great job playing Arthur Fleck Joker in this film. I love all the Jokers, you know. I love Jack Nicholson, I love Heath Ledger, I love Mark Hamill, I love Christopher Corey Smith, you know, I love all those guys. But this is probably my favorite interpretation of the character because it feels more grounded and real and gritty. And it's a really effed up movie. It's kind of depressing, it's kind of sad. But that is the... You know, if you were going to have a guy turn into the frickin' Joker, how would that look like? You know, are you going to have a terrorist like Heath Ledger? You're going to have a gangster like Jared Leto? No, you're going to have kind of a more realistic type of dude. And I think going that route was really nice. But again, this movie does end with Arthur Fleck Joker kind of escaping Arkham or just kind of running around the halls, you know, in slow motion. So it kind of alluding to him escaping. So I kind of wanted to ask you guys, what do you think they could do a Joker sequel on? Because we already know that it's happening. Because again, it made over $1 billion friggin' dollars. I mean, why would they not? You know, apparently Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips, the director, did sign on to return. In my opinion on this is that this movie Joker is so perfect, I don't think there should be a sequel. And normally when I like a movie, you know, like Kingsman, or the Lego Movie, or Cars, or, you know, even, I guess, Episode 1, or technically Episode 4, New Hope, Iron Man, you know, whatever, Harry Potter, Man of Steel, there should be a sequel, Tintin. And my problem with that is that you get this kind of element where it's so good, can they live up to it again, you know? Like, you get Lord of the Rings 1, The Fellowship of the Ring, great freaking movie, and then Two Towers, is it as good? It is just as good, you know? And then Return of the King, you know, the whole Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, you know, those are all great films, all 6. And I'm sure if they make Joker 2 and it is good, you know, the writing's is good, or the cinematography, directing, acting, writing, whatever, I do think it can be as good as this first Joker movie, but every single shot and scene of this movie matters, and I think that it's really hard to replicate lightning in a bottle twice, you know what I mean, or, you know, that kind of lightning doesn't hit the same thing twice. I don't know, you know, maybe it can hit twice in the same place with this movie, I have no idea, but, you know, people are going to go, oh, well, Joker's out, so now we're going to get Batman, and, you know, we're going to fast forward in time, and little Batman, like, you know, 10-year-old Bruce in this movie is, like, going to be grown up. It's going to be Batman and Joker, and I believe Todd Phillips did confirm, he did say that, you know, Joaquin Phoenix, this universe, this Earth of Joker is never going to meet Batman. He's never going to meet him, because this version, this Earth, this version of Joker is, you know, it's grounded in reality. Yeah, Bruce Wayne's in it, yeah, Arkham's in it, Gotham, you know, whatever, but it's really about this dude Arthur turning into, you know, not necessarily comic book Joker, but Joker to the most realistic extent that you can get the character. And I think that if they continue to do sequels, and let's say Joker 2 does really freaking good, makes over $1 billion again, or what have you, you know, Joker 3, Joker 4, you know what I mean? How many of these can you crank out with the same guys and not have it be trash, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm concerned about, because this movie was so freaking good. And, you know, there are so many movies out there that I love. The first one that they, you know, did better, like Lego Movie, I was going to say Tintin, that didn't happen yet. I don't know, Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter, DC, you know, all these different franchises, you know, they continue to do good, and they continue to make well, you know, earn well in terms of money and reception and fan and all that, but it's just it's a worry for me, because this is the one DC film, you know, the DCEU is great, and I love every movie practically, but the DCEU is a complete effing shambles, man. They don't know what the heck's going on. Ben Affleck's out, Henry Cavill's out, the Snyder Cut was so good, people are like, oh my god, restore the Snyderverse, and Warner Brothers said, F that, I'm not doing that, screw you. So the whole DCEU is completely screwed. The Lego side, you know, Lego Batman, now that the Lego Movie universe, that canon is owned by Universal, not WB technically, Universal does not own Batman, so they can't legally make Lego Batman Movie 2, you know. So that's kind of out. So really, the big heavy hitters that we know of that probably is going to do well is Joker. You know, it's this movie right here, because everything else is kind of screwed right now. You know, maybe, I don't know. It's tough, you know, because the MCU has had a bit of a bit of a quiet time. I think Star Wars has really kind of risen up in terms of that. But, you know, MCU, man, we got WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is freaking fantastic. We got Loki coming up. The Eternals, Black Widow. But DC, it's not doing too hot, you know. So I think Joker 2 could be that thing that really, you know, shoehorns this R-rated franchise into a new extreme. But like I said, you know, this movie was so good, I don't want them to screw it up. I don't want them to take, you know, oh, Batman's in it now, or oh, we're going to have Superman in here now, and Wonder Woman, you know. Just have Arthur Fleck, Joker, do his thing, because, again, a sequel's confirmed. We don't know when, and we're assuming that Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips are back, but, you know, there is a lot of things you could take this character in. You know, Arthur Fleck could effing do anything in Gotham, you know, really, because this movie is his origin story, but it works so well as its own thing. We don't really, you know, at least in my opinion, I don't think there should be a Joker 2. Because, again, it was done so perfectly. So, again, I'm going to end it around here. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter one, I think. I don't know how long it's going to be. But tell me in the comments what you think about Joker 2. Did you like the first one? Did you hate it? I know people that absolutely love it, like myself. I know people that absolutely hate it. I don't know how, but they hate it. Again, it's one of my favorite films of all time. It is basically like, here's Last Jedi and here's Joker. It's like that. It's really close, you know. For a DC movie, this did what The Last Jedi did for Star Wars, or, you know, I guess what Infinity War or Endgame did for the MCU. It was good like the others, but it elevated itself up to another level that we haven't seen before. And I think that if, you know, they keep going down this road, I just hope it's good. So anyway, tell me in the comments what you think. Do you want Joker 2? Do you not? How'd you like Joker 1? Again, you know how I feel. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.